Friday to you. I'm Christina with the Momathon Diaries, if you didn't know already. Good morning, Mary. This morning we're going to talk about mom suffrage, okay? I was watching a video this morning, and I could really identify with this stay-at-home mom because she was in her bathroom. She was hiding from her kids. You could hear her child outside hollering and coming to get her. And I said, girl, I can feel you. I know exactly how you feel, to where sometimes we as mothers, whether you work outside the home, you are a stay-at-home mom and you work inside the home, whether you are an entrepreneur and you work while you're at the house, whatever kind of job it is that you have, you can be a crazy mama, okay? No matter whether you homeschool, whether your kids go to public school, no matter where they are, this is not something that is isolated to being a stay-at-home mom, okay? Children are children. We have a saying in the Momathon community, patent pending, called #BumpThemKids, which means that sometimes you got to tell your children, the answer is no, you got to keep it moving, okay? Why do we have to do that? Because children come into the world entitled. Children come into the world knowing that they should come in knowing that they are loved. Baby Levi is 6 weeks old and he can't whimper before a pair of hands comes to scoop him up out of his swing. Why? Because he is a loved baby. Children should come into this world feeling protected, loved, cared for, etc. But after a certain amount of time, Krista said she was a crazy mom today. There wasn't no school, really? Children should come into the world feeling like they are entitled to love. They should come into the world feeling like they are owed love. They should feel love. They should feel cared for and protected. However, it really gets to me as the chief momathoner as we walk through this movement, that some of us moms are going to the other end of letting our children feel loved and entitled to our care. Okay, so I had a wonderful mom. She posted and she was talking about, man, why do these kids, they're right here in my face, they want my snack, they come and take it right out of my hand. That's my snack. You can't have my stuff, okay? Not everything. You know, Micah is just the cutest baby. He knows exactly how to ask. But think I won't eat my food right in front of him after I fed you. Think I won't sip my juice after I've given you juice. This is mine. I'm entitled to something also. And so this morning, as we're talking about mom suffrage, we're talking about what we're dealing with as parents. The truth of the matter is, once you sign on to becoming a mom or a dad, you are inviting some little people in to share your life, to share what you have. You're saying that I'm going to care for you. I'm going to make sure that you have what you need by any means necessary. And what I really want for all of us moms, especially if you're with your children this morning, let's make a fresh commitment today to not jump over to the other side, to not give so much entitlement that we are no longer feeling like we have anything for ourselves. You should have a pocket of time throughout the day to sit quietly. You deserve that. You should have a moment to drink your coffee in this big old cup without anybody bursting in the door and saying, Mom, you owe me this, or you have to get this. We should build into our days downtime where I can sit and think or put my feet up for a little while. Why is it that as soon as that mom is now synonymous with martyr? That now once I became a mom, my vagina or my stomach has already suffered plenty. Okay, whichever method you went through. For me, it was my stomach. Got a nice, where they took those kids out, okay? We've given. Our life, our days are about giving. So don't feel like it's wrong for you to take something back for yourself, okay? So we're going to go through 3 quick ways as soon as they come to my mind about how we can start to bring down some of that mom suffrage, okay? There are going to be days where your nerves are shot. There are going to be days where you're frazzled, where you are going to be in that bathroom because your kids are loud and they are doing the most, and it's hard for us to tackle certain things while we're in that mental place. And a lot of times we should not tackle things because we're in that mental place. Good morning, everyone. The catch is this. Hi, Jamie. Good morning. The catch is this. We have to take, number one, a mental note of where we are emotionally. Okay, so one of the reasons I've shared this with you guys before is that when we first started out with our homeschool journey, I had no plans to homeschool. I didn't want to homeschool my kids. I had a 4-year-old and twin 2-year-olds, then a 5-year-old, and they were 3, and I was counting down the days until they could all go to school and I could be by myself. Why? Because my children were back and forth, driving me crazy. I was nuts all the time. I had no joy for the journey, right? And so then I read a blog post called I Want to Homeschool But, and it gave a long list of reasons that people may want to homeschool, but, you know, it may not be right for my family because of this reason. It was finances and, you know, what curriculum and a whole host of things. And so for me, for Christina personally, it was I want to homeschool, but my children drive me crazy. I want to homeschool, but my mind is leaving me on any given day. I used to have panic attacks thinking about my children being with me all the time instead of going to school. And so one of the things that she addressed is that if your children are that far gone where you can't have them with you without you being about to jump off a bridge, then that is not a schooling issue. That's a personal and a parenting issue. And for Christina, that was like a punch in the stomach. Maybe it's a punch in the stomach for someone else this morning. Take inventory of your emotions when you're around your children. Take inventory of the behavior that happens when you all are together. The reason I'm saying this is maybe it's not a school issue. Maybe it's not a external factor. Yes, your children can be energetic. Everyone's children are energetic. Maybe your kids are dealing with different kinds of needs, but I promise that you're not the only family to have these struggles. So the question is not your kids. The question may very well be, what kind of parent are you? And I'm by no means a perfect mom. Every single day, multiple times sometimes, I say, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pop off at you guys. It's not you, it's me. You guys are doing the same thing that you're always doing. Am I different today? Am I hormonal? Am I irritated? Am I frustrated about something different than the kids? Because kids are going to wake up, they're going to do almost the same thing every single day. So instead of the children, is it you? And sometimes we really have to take mental, spiritual inventory of where our mind is, where our heart is, so that we can actually grow. Okay, so that means, you know what, maybe this is something that I need to nip in the bud, because sometimes I'm too tired to discipline, and I need to stop being too tired to discipline these children and tell them, don't you talk to me like that, or get up off your behind and do X, Y, and Z, taking away the toys or whatever, those electronics or whatever it is that's keeping your kids from being functioning, operational members of the household. What is that? And then begin to implement those things. But maybe, just maybe, we are too tired. I'm not going to say too lazy, because we may be doing a lot of things, but we may not necessarily be focusing on nipping this in the bud. Like Micah started to develop I'm going to cry when mama says it's time to leave the playground. Oh, okay. We're going to play that game. We're going to nip that in the bud right now. Let's have a conversation. Don't do me. I'm not the one. You better ask the older ones. You don't cry and holler when mama says it's time to go. You say, okay, buy toys, and we leave. But it took me realizing, okay, Christina, you slacked off on this. That's why this 3-year-old is this kind of way. What are your emotions saying? Take inventory of your parenting style and say, okay, you know what? There's some things that I need to work on. Okay. Number 2, get rid of the superwoman complex. It is so wonderful to do everything on your own, by yourself, and you feel so super like, oh, boom, my muscles are gigantic. I can leap over buildings with a single bound. That's great. But how long can you actually last and continue this way? How long can we say, I'm going to do it all? Or be frustrated by the notion that, hi, Natasha, good morning. Or then we end up frustrated with our family members, and we begin to resent the people who are actually gifts that God gave us. So my son Isaiah yesterday decided that he was going to be a little sluggish about helping with the groceries. You're going to eat the groceries, aren't you? Get up and help carry them into the house. He's capable. He's strong when he wants to be. We are all functioning members of this household. And so they're helping with laundry. They're helping put the groceries up. They're going to help clean up the house. I had to make a chore chart for them to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to talk to you all day about what you're supposed to do. Just go and look at it and check and see. So what does that mean for you as a person? How do you need to get rid of your superwoman complex? We all want to be great. We all want to leap buildings with a single bound. But how long can I continue? Hey, Carla, you got big kids, girl. How long can I continue to do everything myself before my mind goes? Before I lose it? Before I go crazy? So I talked to someone, we were at a restaurant, and my son was picking up his plate to put it in the sink that was a little ways across. So we were at a buffet. So they had a beverage area. He was getting up to put his plate away. And the waitress was like, do you do that at home? He said, yes, ma'am. And she said, I need you to come talk to my grown sons because they won't stop playing their games long enough to help around the house. Think we won't play Jesus and flip some mattresses up in here. Think I won't turn that TV off. I have threatened to throw the whole TV out the window. I can't lift that TV, guys. But I wish you would keep watching Garfield instead of getting up and picking up this living room like I said. What kind of constraints are we putting on ourselves? So now I have to be a roaring, crazy tyrant to get you moving? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. And April, exactly. The whole notion is that this isn't a stay-at-home mom thing. This is a parenting thing. This is a mom thing, period. Because working moms, stay-at-home moms, work-at-home moms, hustle-tastic moms, whatever kind of mom you are, we all can be in the bathroom with the door closed saying, don't come in here. If you come in here, you're going to lose a hand or a finger or whatever. And one thing that bothers me as a woman, okay, is that I never ever want my children to assume that breaks are not entitled to everybody. Even my kids, if they get frustrated with each other, I say, baby, go in your room and close the door. Go draw by yourself. Go play by yourself. Go do something alone. Because we're together all the time doesn't mean that we should always want to be on all the time. And so number one, take inventory of your mental space. What is it that you need to nip in the bud today? If y'all doing too much, cut it out. Sit down somewhere or you going to sleep. My kids were up till 11 o'clock last night. Why? Because they didn't bother me. They were holding the baby. They were sitting there watching television. I had an interview to do. So I was like, you know what? If you guys are chilling, you can stay up. If you don't chill, you got to go to bed. And we're learning how to, they've stayed up later since I've had an extra kid because they're being good. We're communicating, okay? We're communicating. So number one, take mental inventory of where you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, okay? And say, you know what are some things that I need to adjust for myself? Kids are going to be kids. If you give them an inch, they're going to walk a 5K, okay? And if we don't rein them in, pull some things in, then they're going to keep on going. And then we're going to say, oh, well, I can't handle my kids, or I don't have the patience to homeschool, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Baby, it's not about patience. Nobody is born with it. That's why it's a fruit of the spirit. Come on, somebody. That's why patience is a fruit of the spirit, because it comes from Jesus. You were not born with this. This does not come innately to you. People see me walking around Walmart with all my kids. They were looking at me yesterday, staring. Y'all can see the picture. Of me with all five, a child in the basket, a child attached to me, and 3 big kids walking. And they look at me like, how do you make them stay close to the basket? Because we've been practicing for 3-4 years. We've been doing the same thing for years. So don't get in this Walmart and act up. Trust me, did it with the twins. And I had to go up and down the road. That SU, don't get me started. they acted a fool that day. And that was the last day they acted a fool. That's all I'll tell y'all. It's the last day. So take your mental inventory. What do you need to nip in the bud? Look around your house. Do you need to get rid of your superwoman complex? Are you telling the people that you care about that you don't need their help? Your husband puts the cups in the wrong cupboard, but you want them over here on the left and he puts them on the right. And so because you don't like the way he does it and you really don't want to say anything about it, you just, don't worry about it, I'll do it. You know what, kids, y'all don't vacuum right, or you don't do this right, so I'll do it. And you have unwittingly taken on the task of running an entire home when you don't mess up the whole home by yourself. Even, I'm gonna tell y'all, and it to this day, it's crazy. I got sick in 2009. Our oldest son was 18, maybe 20 months old, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. When I got out of the hospital, this boy was cleaning. He was 20 months old, y'all. Like a toddler. Not preschool, a toddler. And I came home and my husband was like, all right, big man, pick up your toys. And he was running around the living room picking up his toys. Then he got his chicken nugget papers and put them in the trash. And I was like, what am I as a mother doing? I said, babe, how'd you get him doing all this? And my husband said, Daddy don't have time to run around behind him and pick up all that stuff. I can't do it because we're on our way out the door. So I showed him how, and he's been doing it ever since. And I'm saying, well, what kind of mothering am I doing? I am so raggedy. And ever since that time, I had to make sure that I demanded the same respect from my son, that I demanded the same contributions from my son, because even as a 1 year old, he was capable of being a contributing member of our home. I didn't realize it. I thought he was too small. But ever since, he was a contributing member of our home. And Jaleesa says, I'm the same way with towels. I refold them all after my husband folds them. Now, here's the question. What are towels for, everybody? What are cups for, everybody? All these things, I know we like them a certain kind of way. That's just our little tiny peak of OCD that shows up. But what's going to happen when somebody needs a towel? What are they going to do? They're going to pull it out. They're going to go, they're going to unfold it, and they're going to proceed to use them for what towels do, right? The towels are coming out. They're not staying folded up. It's not like, you're hanging up something a certain kind of way. This painting that's on the wall behind me, it's not staying there. It's going to be moved. It's going to be used. It's going to be tampered with. And so the ultimate goal is, did I have to do it? Did I have to do it? I could care less what my children eat when I'm not here. Why? Because I didn't make it. I never ever give my husband hell about food, about anything. Why? I don't care. Oh, you said I'm at the movie theater alone, or with a girlfriend, or I'm going out to eat. I don't care what you do with those kids. They can stay up all night. When the babysitter's here, they can stay up all night and watch TV if you want. I don't have any policies. Why? As long as I know my children are safe, I don't care. I could care less. I don't care what hey babe, I could care less about it as long as they're safe and they're not doing anything extra that, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they're okay, I'm fine with that. And I don't leave my children with anyone that I don't trust. So once you begin to inch into this place, it's okay to take off your superwoman cape, because you know what? I can't do it all. Physically, hey Shari, physically, mom needs her 10-year-old son to come with her and help do laundry. Why? I'm not separating these clothes. They're not all my drawers. It ain't 5-10 loads of just my underwear. It's your stuff too. I dare you to look crazy. I'm not superwoman. I am super. I'm a Momathon diva. But I'm not designated in this home to do it all. That's not my job description. It's just not. It's not. Everybody repeat after me. That's not in my job description. It's not in your job description. Okay? So the moral of the story is, number one, take your personal inventory, your mind, your heart, your emotions. Okay? Understanding that I know it's my job to be on. I know that I'm mama. I know I'm dad, if there are any dads watching. I know that I'm the parent and I have to apply myself here. I recognize, the other day my son woke up, his eyes were all puffy because he breathed in something weird. Okay, you know what? I know it's midnight, but we still got to be parents, okay? I'm not saying that you send them back to bed with no Benadryl. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that if your kids are in there watching TV like mine are right now, there's no reason in the world why you should be vacuuming around their feet. Everybody got me? Y'all got me, right? There's no reason if you got a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old child that they can't go in there and make their own oatmeal. That's the reason I got oatmeal. I'm tired of seeing the Cheerios in the carpet, so y'all gonna eat oatmeal every morning. And the only person I really cook for is my husband if he's at home. And they might get some of the bacon. Take inventory of where you are mentally, emotionally, physically, and stop putting yourself out there when it's not your job to maintain a home all by yourself. Number 2, get rid of the superwoman complex, y'all. Just because your husband does it differently doesn't mean it's bad. That's his way. It's his house too. It just is. Okay? Number 3. And there may be 4 tips. I'm going to try and go through the last 2 quickly. Number 3 is, Jessica says, being married 4 years, I've learned to let it go. As long as he does it, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's his perfection. Because the way I fold the sheet with the crunchy corners, the fitted sheets, there's kind of a ball, and I throw it in the closet. And that's okay. Why? Because it's coming out, and it's going to go on the bed anyway. Jessica says now she's expecting. Yay! You guys will meet her, I believe, in September. Because it feels good, and she appreciates the help. Okay, so that goes over to number 3. Communicate. Communicate. Our favorite Momathon Bible verse is Proverbs 14:1. It says, a wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. Okay? So the question is, for each individual person, how is it that I am asking, quote unquote, for something? I text my husband. How is it that I'm asking for something from the people that I love and I care about? Hi, Marianne. But I'm not getting it. And so the key is, we've all heard about love languages. We've all heard about, how different people perceive love and things of that nature. The question is, am I asking for what I need in a way that my loved ones can receive and respond to? We all have family members that you can talk to one a certain kind of way, they can handle it. You can talk to another one that same way, they can't take that. So am I asking for what I need from the people that I care about the most in a way that they can receive? If you want text my husband back. If you want, to get a response from the people that you love, how are you asking for it? So now that my children are a bit older, I don't really have to lioness mom everybody as much. But now it's guys, I'm tired. Mommy really needs to rest. I'm so tired. Okay, Mom. We'll do this, we'll do that, we'll take care of it. Yesterday, my daughter saw me, my back was hurting, and I couldn't stop halfway through what I was doing. I had to finish the day. The day didn't finish till about 9 o'clock at night. But my daughter was like, Mom, you've done so much already today. We'll take care of this, or we'll have a seat, or we'll help take care of this. Baby, thank y'all so much. My son came, Mom, thank you for cooking the fish. I'm like, you're being so sweet because I am being a total... I said, thank you for being so sweet. I love you. And my husband was laughing at my complete and total savagery because I walked in the house. I know it was my hormones, y'all, no lie. I walked in the house and my son was like, Mom, the food is ready. I was like, I know the food is ready. I cooked it. Yeah, I know it's done. And my husband was like, oh my gosh. She's like, you are so savage with these kids. He said, it must be your hormones. And I was like, but I knew he was right. He was right. So the moral of the story is communicate with your family members. Shari, that is a blessing. And it's because all we do is talk. We talk. And I really want for every mom to work on the communication that your family needs from you. Are there needs in my home that are not being met? We've started implementing more intentional devotional, which is quiet time, no TV, prayer, praise and worship, music in the house, sit down time to invoke some peace into the home. If I know that I'm going crazy that particular day, maybe I need to reorchestrate my schedule or, take some quiet time or whatever it is that I need as a person to be sure that, I'm actually in a place to parent you. Otherwise, we're going to be all frazzled. For example, it's 9:53. I was going to try and work out before I went to my doctor's appointment, which is in an hour. But Christina is going to be frazzled because she's still got to get her kids ready, 5 of them, and some other things so we can go handle business. So that means that I need to not try and crunch in everything under the sun this morning. Right? That means I need to let something go in order to be better at something else. So in order for me to actually be on time, which I almost never am, but now it's getting better because I'm learning how not to try and do so much in one particular pocket. Okay? Which will roll over to my communication with my kids, who I'll be hollering at because they're not ready on time and I'm trying to hurry up and get everybody together. But it was really my fault because I said, well, Christina's going to go walk or going to go do something in her bedroom and she knows she don't have time. Okay, so the moral of the story is we have to adjust ourselves. We have to say, okay, you know what? There's some things I need to work on. In order for me to be a wise woman who builds her house, how can I adjust my mental space, take breaks before I break? Okay, how can I adjust my schedule to make sure that I'm successful? How can I communicate with my loved ones, okay, and in a way that is beneficial and growth producing and love producing, okay? And how can I make demands from my family also, especially these children, okay? My husband, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work from home, but my husband works outside the home, okay? So he got home last night at, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He may get home at 10, 11 o'clock at night from cutting hair and, making sure that the shop gets closed up and all that other kind of stuff. That's what he does, okay? So when he comes home, I'm not trying to nitpick about his shoes in the middle of the floor. Why? Because all he wants to do is sit down. But these children who've been at home with me all day and... And, it's their responsibility to help us close the house down at a certain time, to help us move in the direction, to help mom have a clear mental space because her home is the way that she likes it. And we all have, I'm going to do a class on this, probably going to be in the membership training. But that talks about personality types and how you can be different varying degrees of personality, right? To where, stage 1 is manifest in this kind of way. And then stage 10 of OCD, for example, would be everything has to be a certain kind of way. Like I have to, for example, they turn the light switch off on and off so many different times, or it has to be organized exactly like I have to have it this way. Okay, so these things can be in varying degrees. You may have a little OCD, but yours might be a 3, while someone who it inhibits their life is at a 10. You see what I'm saying? So how can we make our minds, our spirits, our bodies in harmony and promote a positive home atmosphere? Everybody getting what I'm saying? A positive home atmosphere, so where someone comes to your house and they feel peace. When you're talking to your children and you're saying, y'all, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for helping me because, you guys are amazing. I had walked out, from doing an interview or doing something. Nobody came and banged on the door or they let me take a shower in peace, and all this kind of stuff. Say, guys, you know what? Moms pray for kids like you. You guys are amazing. And make sure that I have those positive conversations with them in conjunction with the lioness mom moments occasionally, but the love and the appreciation overwhelms the lioness moment so that the lioness moment actually becomes teachable. It's like, okay, guys, you know what? You're going to eat the food, aren't you? Well, get up and put it away. The moral of the story is you're a contributing member of this household. Get up and do what I asked you to do. And not let anything, sometimes we're too tired. And trust me, listen, your girl knows, okay? Your girl knows how you feel, to where sometimes we're so exhausted that we don't nip things in the bud like we need to. You know what I'm saying? We don't, hey, listen, you kind of... My children, they have a way of saying things a certain kind of way. For example, any one of my children, especially the twins, I'll say, "What'd you say?" And they're like, they'll say, "I wasn't talking to you." Like they weren't talking to me. They were not talking to me. But I don't like the way that sounds when you say, "I wasn't talking to you." Who you talking to? Who you talking to like that? So I tell them, guys, a different way for you to phrase that, because that almost sounded disrespectful, is for you to say, "No, ma'am, I was actually talking to Steven." "Oh, okay, that's no problem. That saved your life." So we want to make sure that we're using these moments as teachable places. Also, especially to teach our kids that we're not on all the time. And it's not my job to do everything, to carry everything. I would never, ever want for my daughter to grow up and think that that should be her life. I don't want my sons to grow up and think that they don't have to do laundry or wash a dish or help cook because their wife is superwoman. She may say that she's super, but save her before she cracks down and then you're dealing with picking up the pieces. So this morning I wanted to just hop on and give a couple of tips. Let's not go down in flames. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just not do that. Let's not do that, okay? In closing, you all make sure that you're a part of the Momathon Diva Connection. Feel free to drop your questions, comments, concerns about your life, what's going on with you in the group, okay? Because we have a wonderful space there for that, and we want to cultivate it and make it more of a community. Number 2, we're getting ready to launch our membership program on May the 1st. If you all enjoyed this video, what we're going to get ready and start doing is condensing everything into trainings, tutorials, step 1, 2, 3s, books and PDFs and everything. For example, the ebook that we have is already uploaded along with some other trainings so that you can just literally click through and get everything at one time in one sitting. And we're going to continue to interview positive women, entrepreneurs, leaders in our community, not just the Momathon community, but beyond. And I thank God that he's linked me up with some dynamic women who are making foundation shaking changes in their lives and in the lives of others. And we want to bring these interviews and trainings to you all in a very condensed way so that you have it all right there in front of you, okay? So make sure that you're a part of the group, because a lot of the launch information is going out in the Momathon Diva Connection, okay? And there's going to be just these awesome, coachings and stuff like that we're going to do in the group that is just for the ladies that are part of our membership program. Of course, you guys are still going to get all Momathon goodness, because that's what we do. And we've been doing it for years now, right? But we want to make sure that we can provide a more intimate experience for those who really want to be wise women who build. And the tough part is, a lot of us are just starting to get this and process this, is it does not matter how many awesome books you read and all these things. If you don't have the discipline, if you don't have a accountability community, an accountability source of community to help you push, to help you keep on going, to help you not give up, to help you identify what your finish line is, right? If we don't have this community of accountability around us, then we're going to end up falling off just like we have a million times before. Some of us are still looking at the same to-do list and the same things as we did January 1st. And now it's time to say, you know what? I need to tap into some things that are going to actually really help me to ask myself the difficult questions and do the work. And because I'm a mom, I stay at home with my kids, and I want everything accessible to everyone. I was looking at a lot of, different membership options and things of that nature. And my heart says, I don't want to, D'Amica, I do not want to burden anybody's fit. Like, this is just me. I mean, I know, some of these membership programs like $50 and $100 and $150. Like, $150? Like, if you're trying to be out of debt, $150? Like, that's a lot of money every month. $50 is ridiculous. Oh my God. So anyway, you can tap into the Momathon membership program for $10, and we're going to keep on adding and adding and adding until we have a gigantic library of things for all of you. Maisha or Misha, I hope I said your name correctly. Just type in the Momathon Diva Connection on Facebook. It should pop up. You should see our picture, or you can go to the top of the Momathon Diaries page, and it should be a link to our group there also. But we're going to be talking about it more over the next couple of weeks, because we really do need to have it's going to be the Momathon hub, hub for progress, hub for progress. And we want to make sure that we're reaching, that we're growing, so that by the time we get to this fall, and especially for those who are coming to the retreat in the end of September, it's called the Fruition Event for a reason. Where are the areas in my life that I'm frustrated about, whether it's my working situation, trying to work on my business, trying to get my home together, my marriage, my motherhood, trying to set some systems into place. It does not matter all the great things in the world that you can have access to if you don't know how to discipline yourself, own your hours, boss your own schedule, and ignite some priority management tools that are going to help you thrive. If we don't do that, if we don't take ownership of our lack of self-discipline, oh my gosh, then we're not going to grow. And so I really want to encourage you all and provide this, because people have been asking for it. We're going to do everything from Bible studies to workout of the week to all of this stuff, tutorials and trainings and lessons. And we're just going to keep on funneling it to all of you guys. So make sure that you guys join the Momathon Diva Connection. Make sure that you sign on to the messenger and all this kind of stuff, because it's going to go out every kind of way. And you can even shoot me a friend request, because I'm just awesome like that. I love to connect with you guys on a very real way. So my name on Facebook is Christina Garrett, and you'll see me like this, so you guys can come and connect with me personally. So number 1, join the group. Number 2, membership program coming May 1st. Number 3, if you want to book a power hour, you can do that, where I call you on the phone. And what I also might try and do is do a 30-minute call with you guys. Whoever signs up for the membership in the month of May, we'll do a 30-minute call, just like this, talking, and we can address what your personal issues are. And if you are a local mom, this is something I've just launched, and I've just signed on my first client and might be about to sign on a second one. Is to do a VIP day, which is where I come to you and we actually sit down. We don't just do homework, but I come to your house and we actually start to set up systems inside of your home. Isn't that crazy? So anyway, I love you guys so much. You can go to runthemomathon.com for a lot more information. Join the group. Join the messenger, hook up with the membership program, and you'll get a free 30-minute call once you sign up, because it's $10 a month. So we're going to use that on coffee at the gas station. But I want to make sure that we are providing resources to you ladies, so that no one is struggling, no one is by themselves, and everyone has a actual tangible thing. Say, okay, you know what, Leona, that text is a little far. I'll travel, but folk gotta be paying now. Like, I gotta get a babysitter for my kids. Like, Leona, you just, I love you though, girl. Jessica, aren't you in Alabama? Jessica, if you're in Alabama. So yeah, anyway, the moral of the story is there are a lot of things that we can do to help own our hours and really be a boss at this priority management thing. I have been more productive postpartum than Jessica, inbox me, honey. I've been more productive postpartum because I've had to make these intentional moves. Okay, I've had to be very, very intentional with sitting down, intentional with plotting out my plan, y'all. Like, just bossing it. Robin, you're close. Inbox me, honey. Let's do a VIP day. and really saying, okay, how can I help make the biggest change? How can I help touch the women of the Momathon community in person, you know? And if we can't be in person, then how can I provide a hub for the women, you know, so that we can help get you guys to fruition status where you go to bed every night knowing that you killed it. Like, that is such a good feeling. Like, to actually say, I'm gonna do this today and then go do it. It's amazing. It's so amazing. So I'm looking forward to talking to you all, linking up with you guys. Shoot me a friend request, Christina Garrett. Join the group, join the messenger, hook up with the membership program on May 1st. And once you do, you message me and we'll do a call, okay? Damika, we can still do a power hour, honey, and we can connect in person. So you all, I love you all so much. Happy Friday to you. Don't be a martyr for the cause today. Make sure that you are being intentional about everything that you do, the things that you say to your family. Make sure that you're pouring love and lessons into them. And pouring love and lessons does not mean that they get to eat all your food and sit on their behinds. It actually means that you're training them to be people that you don't mind being around. Everybody got that? That my kids can become people that I like. My children can become likable. Isn't that what we want to send into society? Like Shari said, the next generation, we want them to be people that are functional and contributing to this society that we live in, that we're raising world changers. And because we're raising world changers, thou shalt not sit on my couch without and leave everything to me. Instead, we will work together as a team, as a family. We're going to love each other. We're going to love God, and we're going to show the love of God through how we contribute in this home. I don't cook because I love y'all. I cook because it's part of my calling as your mother is to care for this home. Because I'm a wise woman and I want to build my house, I never want to be the foolish one that tears her house down with her own hands. Let's not be that person, okay? So don't be a martyr today. Communicate efficiently. Go be great. Comment below or post in the group with a selfie of how amazing you were, okay? And I just look forward to connecting with you guys in whatever plethora of ways we can do that. I gave y'all like 5 today. Friend requests, Momathon, messenger, everything. I gave everybody the works. So I love you all. I'm headed to my doctor's appointment. I should be quite a sight walking into the OBGYN with all them kids. My husband is at work, so they got to roll with a mama. So I love you guys so much. I will see you all next time. Mwah.